All right, go for it. It's gonna feel heavy when you turn in the beginning. Funny story, guys. I met Lukasz. So I was riding here to Trolley because I'm gonna meet my friend Christopher and get my new pads for the MSX. And I bumped into Lukasz, and he's trying my Nick right now, and he has an MSP. He likes off-roading, so he's had this for like 8 days. It's been taking a bit of a beating. He's got the Russian pads on it, and he's got the Nylonova pedals. So this is gonna be very interesting. I'm simply gonna get on. Get on! Yeah, this was like the thickness and the pedals, but yeah, it feels good. I'm a bit on the outside of the pedals, especially with my left foot, but I'm nicely locked in. The indent is small, so I'm always at the front or the back of the pads. No, not really. No, it's good. And even with these bumps on the pedals, I can still move my feet, so I'm not like entirely locked. And these are big pedals, man. These are big pedals. No, it feels good. It feels good. It's a nice, wide and flowy stance. Let's take a look at the flow. Try some back and front idling. I have a lot of extra space on the back here. Yeah, easy to get the feet on. Very locked in. Very nice. Yeah, and easy to eject as well. The dihedral is not as extreme as the standard MSP, which seems to be around 16 degrees. This is lower and flatter and just comfy. And with the Russian pads on the front, you know, you can like torque the side and cause it to twist. He likes extreme riding, I can see. It's a fun wheel, you know. Yep. That's where the pedal angle comes into play. I've scraped them a few times here and there. So what did you think?
I think that this wheel is fucking super cool.
Yeah, it's and what makes it even cooler is that I have the 2664 watt-hour battery, so you know I can go for a 100 kilometer ride, and then I have 30% battery left. So I've never taken it to zero at 100 kilometers, and if I ride, you know, then maybe I'll do 40, 45, 50, sometimes 55, depending on what road I'm on. And you know, I don't go fast all the time because you just get tired of going fast all the time, you know. Then I could be riding a motorcycle instead. Maybe one day I'll get a motorcycle. But yeah, the pads were great, the pedals were great. I feel that at the bottom, the pads stick out a bit too much and force my feet out a bit too much, yeah. So then I would need like the pedals maybe to be a bit wider outwards, but they had like really nice length to them. How did these pads feel?
These parts are really nice.
Yeah. These are nice.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're a bit slimmer. When I was riding the 16X, I had no pads, and it's just like flat and smooth on the side. And I liked the feeling because it was very free and very open. But on these faster wheels, and especially for hills and for roots and for rocks and stuff, then it's nice to have something to grab onto, you know, to go up stuff. The only problem with these pads is if you hit a bump at high speed and you're already beeping, when you hit the bump, then you hit the front of the pads, and then you torque the wheel. You know, so then maybe it will make the pedals, you know, at one more, if you like really are riding at like 95% of the limit, and then you hit 100% of the limit, and the pedals will just go soft, even on the speed. I know they tried on the tip, you know, from zero holding on, and they couldn't get the pedal to dip. But if you take it to 100%, you know, and ride the beeps and keep going. So my friend did that the other day. He was at 30% battery, and he pushed it into a really hard acceleration. He got the beeps, passed the beeps, you know, and then he got like a whoa, and then it just like, you know, recovered. Yeah, because you can feel it on the Gateway. Usually the King song, it will just like, it will just throw you. It will just say goodbye. Awesome! That's awesome. That is so good. Harley Davidson. Awesome. Very, very cool. Very cool. Okay guys, so today we're meeting up with François, a French rider. He lives in Sweden. So we got François here the first time on the MSX. We got the MSX here. I put the new Frank pads on the MSX with a 4 centimeter cutout. And I put the Karambits on. Karambit is named after a knife, so it's not Karambit, it's not Karambite, it's Karambit. Ay caramba. And then I shaved the plastic off of this, and I put new grip tape on. So, how did you feel about it?
I found it very easy to accelerate.
Yeah.
But braking, I mean, it's the first time I'm on the MSX.
Yeah.
It doesn't brake very much, so
No.
I understand why you would want pads just to help braking.
And
on
the
this
braking style for the MSX and for the heavier wheels is to sit down. So you get
yeah,
your
yeah.
ass back
one.
in a,
Weight back.
like in an invisible chair.
Yeah.
So if we're just leaning back, we're not really doing much. And then the wheel is just going to continue, and then we're going to be on our heels and not have a flat foot, and we're going to start to wobble, and that gets really scary going down a hill.
But I wonder why it feels easy to accelerate, but not as much to decelerate. Why is there
It
this
feels
offset
easy to
between the
accelerate
two?
because of the pads. Without the pads, you would probably be falling off the front. And I even made it harder to accelerate because I have the pedals on the hard mode. And that makes this wheel just like really, really not responsive. This is a non-responsive wheel. And even after 2,000 kilometers, I was still not friends with it. So on my 2,000 kilometers review, I learned about blame and narcissism and where the problems are. Is it me or is it the wheel? And it's like, it's not you, honey, it's me. So I just learned the things, and some things will be different. So do you think you'll be able to do a little jump?
Oh, if I put my helmet on, maybe, but
I was wondering maybe we can borrow the guy in his phone conference, but no, we'll let him do
we'll
his,
try later.
his dip talk. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I have some coming as well, so
Yeah. Well, give it another try. See if you can try some of these bumps and stuff like that, you know. Yeah! Yeah! Look at that. He's been riding for like, look at that, jumping up a curb. That was awesome.
it's game changer.
Yeah?
You can just grab the wheel.
You can just grab the wheel and jump it, right? It does everything. Boink. You're gonna make a Super Mario sound there.
And then you have no shock of the tire hitting the...
Yeah. Great. Great.
Okay, that's
So look at this. You've been riding for what? 2 weeks? Not even 2 weeks. And you've had the V10F.
Yeah.
And that was your first wheel and the only wheel you've been on.
Yeah.
Now you got on a big fat MSX with custom pads and Karambits and you're jumping it. So you've been doing a lot of work, man.
You know, it feels a bit more like when you have SPD pedals
Yeah.
on a mountain bike,
Yeah.
then you can just, you know,
Yeah.
probably,
You're locked in.
Yeah,
right?
you can
Yeah.
unweight the whole thing. Please, it
Yeah.
feels more like that, and actually it's something I was looking for because
Yeah.
when you in the woods, the wheel like push you
Oh,
up
you
and
fly
down.
off the wheel.
Yeah,
you fly
yeah.
off the
It's
wheel.
a bit scary.
And if you're lucky, your feet will land on the pedals
Yeah, and
where they're supposed to.
Often it lands a little bit here,
Oh,
and
yeah,
so you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
learn to
Yeah,
not be
I
exactly
know,
where
I know,
you're comfortable.
Mansplain a little about my journey on how I started with the 9-bot 1E Plus. It was a very free feeling wheel. It was me and the pedals, and then the side pads were the side pads. Then the MSX, the dihedral and the side pads was just like really saying to me, be exactly right here. I'm going to force you to be right here.
You mean the way it would wobble, or?
No, because of the geometry, it forces you, right? Like Leonardo da Vinci with
Okay, because
right? It's exactly it's forcing the angle of our legs into the pads.
Yeah.
And then I started to ride the 16X, and the 16X is just flat and smooth on the sides, and the pedals are perfect. So there, I was just on the pedals, only 2 contact points, my feet and the pedals. The rest here was just like flowy and floaty, right?
Yeah.
Almost like very much like the V10.
it's more comfortable for your knees when you do that.
Yeah, and it was very flowy, but it fits with the 16X because the 16X will do a max speed of 50 kilometers an hour. But as you start going faster, then you want to be locked in. You want to have that extra control. You don't want to fly off the wheel. You don't want to have ridiculously low tire pressure so that you can conform every bump. Because otherwise, when you hit a bump at 45 kilometers an hour
control.
and you get some air, oh my God, that's death. You know, I've been close to killing myself doing that. And if I would have been wearing a helmet and armor, I would have gone faster, but my feet would have left the pedals. So it's not the helmet, you know, it's me riding sensibly. So I don't need to feel that I'm immortal with the helmet. I'd rather feel more mortal. But you know, I had a helmet a lot in the beginning, and that's why I have a full face helmet and another full face helmet and a skateboard helmet and knee pads and body armor.
Yeah, I know
and so on.
I watched all the videos. I know your style.
So,
your experience.
Yeah. And now, you know, sure, there were some times on the way here when I thought, oh wow, this got really bumpy because my tire pressure is a bit too high. But I want the tire pressure a bit too high because I'm going to use this primarily to bounce. And if I'm going to jump and bounce, I don't want to dent the rim.
Oh, I see what you mean. But at the same time, if you can leave the wheel, you have less risk than the wheel.
Yeah.
And you can also kind of preload.
Yeah, exactly. And I can still, and now I don't need to preload it as much because I can just bring it up with me. Because now I have the Karambits, right? Ay, Karambits. Ay, caramba. Here comes the interesting part now. We have the trolley handle that everybody hates, right? Let's see.
I mean, am I supposed to have an accident now?
That's up to you. I will not give you any clues or anything. I will leave it to your... This is the first time that you and me meet, right? So...
Oof. Yeah, for me it's quite uncomfortable because I have this...
Yeah, you have a wrist
protection,
guard, exactly.
So you will need to remove them before operating it.
Exactly.
But I'm actually looking for ones that are not protruding as much.
Yeah.
Because
the underhand and the tilt, right? So the underhand and the tilt, if you tilt, then it will go out because you're pushing it in a rear wheel. You're pushing a ball from behind.
If you're focused on it, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're focused on something else, that's...
But in the store, you know, you can make some mistakes if you're like, no, I'm going to put... You
kilo,
always have to be behind it and push it from behind. If you start to turn it by leaning it side to side, that's when it will go and run away and knock down all the cans of tomato sauce.
I don't think the V10F trolley handle is the best because it's just pointy like that.
Yeah, but it's good.
Still better.
It's better, yeah. But I mean, this isn't terrible. This isn't terrible. You just have to do it in a certain way. So why do people say, you know, no, but I don't like bananas because I don't like the way you have to peel them. You know, it's just you have to eat a banana in a certain way. You have to use a trolley handle in a certain way. It won't make it easier with the wrist guards, right?
No,
but me, I just
these,
I just have my hand here there, and when I steer it, I'm just, you know, it's in front of me. I don't have it to the side of me, because then it will do too much stuff.
Does the water enter here?
No, I've been in the rain on this one, but I'm a bit worried about the MSP. I hear that the MSP will get water in there, and also that it will collect in there. So I'm not sure, but
I saw V's video where she opens one side and then the other.
Yeah, and there
one
was
side is
and there was water trapped in there. I think, or not?
Not in the video, but
no.
On one side there's you know, gasket.
Oh yeah.
Where the motherboard is.
Yeah.
And the other side there's nothing.
Ah, okay. What will start to happen is when I start to do this, right, and I start to jump it, and that's why I put padding on, because otherwise, what happens if I drop the wheel? You know, and I'm gonna be stuck on these hooks. I mean, everything's gonna go to hell. And the last thing I need is a helmet obstructing my view, because the way I'm gonna fall, I'm not gonna fall on my head. I truly hope that I won't fall on my head because I'm jumping off a curb. If I do fall on my head because I'm jumping off a curb, then I have to reconsider this hobby.
Yeah, that would be important.
I'm just gonna do a
Nope, I'm just lifting the
You're lifting
cover
some,
right now.
exactly. You're lifting the cover. Let's see. Go for a good jump now. You're getting some preload and offload, right? But we're not really getting air.
Nope.
Oh wow! And you know when you start jumping off the pedals, man, you start jumping off the pedals, thinking that you're jumping in a forest. That's where the fun starts. Say, I'm gonna jump over this line. Like, yeah, you probably will.
Jumping in the
but
air.
not with the wheel.
No, the wheel does its own thing.
We're gonna go say hi to Sergey, owner of iWheels.
I have super strong 3M Velcro.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that's
the one
perfect.
that's mushroom type.
Yeah.
That really grip. And I'm thinking I will try to put that also on the cover.
It will work.
So the cover doesn't.
It will work. People do it. It's the double lock one. So here it is. Look at this. iCafe, iPhone, iPad, iWheel, iJump. I did an iJump.
Welcome right here.
Hello, amigo.
Hey.
So, before I come in, you want to try this?
Just try it. Jump.
I'm gonna jump it. I can jump it. That's the thing. Now I can jump everything. Nice to see you.
Hello.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome. Do I cafe?
Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at that. This is crazy stuff. Look at this, man. What is this? What is this? Why don't we have these? What's wrong with our world?
It's Apple car.
Yeah.
What's left from Apple car?
Ah, Apple car. All right. Apple car. There you go. Yeah, of course.
You cannot sit on this one.
No, it would probably. Then I could
Run you the wrong way.
I could get my ass wiped while riding. It would be perfect. Huh? Just put some toilet paper on
Scratch
it.
the balls.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy, man. So, funny story. This is Simon's girlfriend.
Yes, hello, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Linnea.
Linnea. There you go. Very
Yeah.
nice name. So why are you here, Linnea?
Well, I'm actually going to rent a wheel, the Tesla V2 here. So I'm going to try it out for maybe like a week or so, and then I will see if I want to buy it or try another wheel. So that's fun.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. If you ever want to try my MSX, let me know.
Yeah, that would
It's
be
a,
great.
it's a bit of a bigger wheel, right?
Yeah.
But it's fine. you know,
Yeah.
And it's a different feel, and in the end, we'll get used to what we ride anyway.
Yeah.
So it just depends on if you have a lot of stairs to go up, and if you think that 24 kilos would be a lot.
Yeah.
If you have to go up like 4 or 5 floors of stairs, because usually modern society has elevators and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I tried Simon's 18XL and the 16X. So we were here, my school, or where I went to school, is like right around the corner here.
Yeah.
So we visited it and I like tried the wheel and
Yeah.
tried to.
All right. Well, so you're gonna rent the Tesla V2 from Sergey, and you're gonna ride it,
Yes.
and you're gonna ride it to your job interview.
I don't think so. I'm like a new rider.
We
so
we can escort you.
No, it's fine actually.
Yeah?
My mom is coming here to take the wheel, and then I will take the subway. I think
All right, all right.
so. It's in Vällingby.
Oh, okay, Vällingby is a
Yeah.
bit too far away,
Yeah.
so no.
Especially for a new rider, I would probably fall off too many times.
Yeah. No, it's no fun. You know, you want to be able to practice somewhere and at your own pace and not have to navigate people
Yeah.
or cars. Or cars.
When you're learning on Simon's wheels.
Yeah, so I tried the 16X, or I tried the 18XL first, but that didn't work out. That's all.
Well, it would be interesting to hear your opinion on the Tesla and eventually try that and some of my other wheels. So we should all meet up.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Especially when you have the Tesla, you know, then you can just like roll over to my place with Simon, and then we can just like try out each other's wheels and stuff like that, because that's usually what we do.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So there you go.
Nice to meet you guys.
Another one.
Yes, another one joining the crew.
Exactly. So ain't that a small world? Let's go to Primus skate park then and stress test our souls. And if we're lucky, we can stress test our holes.